Iran's nuclear ambitions have become even more dangerous, thanks to Vladimir Putin. Russia announced plans to sell Iran a powerful missile system. The move would strengthen Iran's military abilities and could be used to protect Iran's nuclear program from an airstrike. It comes as the U.S. Senate wants to have its say on President Obama's deal with Iran. Here's Heather Sells with the story.
Russian President Vladimir Putin has lifted Russia's ban and approved the delivery of one of the most potent air defense weapons in the world to Iran. The S-300 missile system has a range of up to 125 miles and can track down and strike multiple targets simultaneously. We are convinced that at this stage there is no longer need for such an embargo. Both the U.S. and Israel object to the sale of the missiles. The concern is that they would protect Iran's nuclear facilities from an air attack and give it cover to develop nuclear weapons. A Wall Street Journal editorial says the Kremlin is offering the mullahs an air defense capability so sophisticated that it would render Iran's nuclear installations far more difficult and costly to attack. Russia maintains that Iran badly needs the system because of tensions in the region, including in Yemen, and insists it does not threaten Israel or other countries. The S-300 is exclusively a defensive weapon, which cannot serve offensive purposes and will not jeopardize the security of any country, including, of course, Israel. Russia's move comes as Congress is directly challenging the White House over the proposed nuclear deal. The Senate is considering a bill that would give Congress the last say over any final nuclear agreement with Iran.
At least after 2.5 years of negotiations, the Congress should have 60 days to be able to review probably the most significant nuclear nonproliferation agreement of our time.
A Senate committee vote on the bill is likely today. The Iranian nuclear deal is supposed to be finalized by June 30th. Heather Sells, CBN News.
In addition to American politicians and critics, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is still raising red flags over the Iranian nuclear agreement. He said the U.S. and its allies can get a better deal.
Instead of allowing Iran to preserve and develop its nuclear capabilities, a better deal would significantly roll back these capabilities. For example, by shutting down the illicit underground facilities that Iran concealed for years from the international community.
Meanwhile, Netanyahu is getting support from a Middle East neighbor. Egyptian TV presenter Tawfiq Okasha is calling on Netanyahu to bomb Iran. Okasha called the prime minister a dear friend and said, quote, "Put your trust in God and bomb it." That's a big switch for Egypt's media. For decades, it's been extremely hostile towards Israel. And one of the things bringing Egypt and Israel together is their common enemy, Iran. Iran's influence in the region is growing, and it's at the center of conflicts in Yemen, Syria, Iraq, and Lebanon.